10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by All Pro Roofing. AllProRoofingLLC.com on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right. Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. We like to do that throughout the week. And man, oh man, do we got a nice little prize pack for you today, don't we?
Dan,
Beefer. Yeah.
we're going to take one lucky Guggen down to Paradise City
Oh.
with a pair of tickets, weekend passes for Welcome to Rockville coming up May 19th.
Is that where the grass is green and the girls are pretty?
100%.
Okay.
Take me home. May 19th through the 22nd down at Daytona. That's a 4-day event. Welcome to Rockville. Rock for 4 straight days, headlined by Korn, Kiss, Guns N' Roses, and the Foo Fighters.
Whoa.
Maybe
Hey
you're right.
now. All right, well, we'll do that at the end of this segment.
Danny and the Heel Tones as well.
No, we broke
Minus
up.
the tones.
Broke up a long time ago.
That was a bitter, acrid breakup. Yeah.
Still makes my skin crawl.
Power. There's a power play
My
made
blood
there
boil.
by the according to Dan, by the girls.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Leave it to Trevor to take charge of this football team. All right, James is on the field. Enough of this craziness. Here's what we're going to do. James Robinson's going to play. I don't know what's going on here. We took care of that, and he'll be on the field.
I
Trevor.
thought Urban had an interesting kind of explanation for what his definition of micromanagement is and how he's utilized that in his past. And now, quite frankly, he has to trust his instinct of hiring people to do his micromanaging for him, and we're hitting some hiccups in that process, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the Long interchange he had with Mark Long, I thought it was interesting. I mean, and I thought he was pretty forthright about it. I can't, I think he's got to differentiate. This is part of the learning curve, right, of stepping to the NFL or anything. In this case, it's changing really your coaching style. Your roots are to micromanage.
Right.
And that's what he did, and he admitted, all the time. I micromanaged everything at Florida and Utah and Ohio State, and it sidelined me. Basically, he didn't say that, but that's basically the inference that's drawn. So I think what he said yesterday, I think we're all going to have there can be a lot of changes from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah.
Coaching staff-wise and otherwise. And, if you listen to that long bite, it might give some at least a little more, at least some confidence back on what it means long-term rather than what it is right now. When you're bogged down in a losing franchise and all you do is fail, you end up concentrating on these failure storylines. It's all you have to latch onto.
The hot national topic right now in the NFL world is it possible we could get a Patriots-Bucks Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's the one, that's the storyline everybody's playing. But I was thinking about this as well. Like all these quarterbacks, they get paid millions of dollars and et cetera, and they're all, there's 15 franchise guys. There's pressure on all of them to do certain things. Like Matthew Stafford's never won a playoff game, right? So he has to win a playoff game with the Rams, or it's a hugely the Rams have gone all in to get to the bowl, right? So he has to win at least one playoff game.
And in fairness to Matthew Stafford, he hadn't had a ton of opportunities.
No.
But he's like 0-3, though. He's been a couple, 3 times.
Well, we chronicled his one-loss record against teams 500 or better, and it's
well, this just in, they're going to have to go on the road.
bad. Yeah.
And play a game, and they won't be a huge favorite wherever they go to start things off.
And then you look at guys like, okay, so Matthew Stafford's got to win a playoff game, right? What about Dak? One of the highest paid quarterbacks in the game. It's time for Dak to do something in the
Got a lot of
postseason.
weapons.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, what's Dak's postseason record? Nothing special for
Well, I
sure.
think he lost that 1 year, I think. Then was hurt.
Yeah. But yet, go north, young man, and go check in on Aaron Rodgers, who really is Super Bowl or bust. I mean, his whole legacy is going to be, and we've argued this time and time again, because he's only got the one. And there's a big diff between 1 and 2.
It's not that he it's what's weird to me, and again, I will judge him more harshly than history will. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers will be. His stats will be there. He has the one championship. But what's odd is that he won it in 2011.
Yeah, 11.
And they've had
How about just 11?
2011, whatever.
That's fine.
2011.
No, you're right.
Okay.
It's just odd to say 11.
Not
That's
to me.
all.
Sounded natural. Flowed off my tongue like honey dripping from a rose.
You say 021?
Probably not.
You just say 21?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Like 09.
09.
Would you say 010, though? You would. Because you went 011, so you
I'd probably say
certainly-
2010.
O'Shaughnessy.
I'd say 2010.
Why 011 then?
Just like it. 012, 013, 014.
When do you stop the
007.
At 20?
Just feels right.
At oh no. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Completely forget what I was going to say.
I know, Gil.
No clue.
That's my fault.
Yeah, it is.
There's
for
something
sure.
about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no.
How you judge him.
In 2011, feel better? In 2011, Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was 11, right? He didn't win at 9. It was 11.
Yeah, I think it was the 10th season,
yeah,
right?
2011, he won the Super Bowl, okay?
Yeah.
And the Packers, it's not like he's Matthew Stafford and it comes and
Right.
goes with the talent. The Packers have been the cream of the crop in the NFC many years. They followed up. They were 15-1 in the 1 seed. He's been an MVP a couple of times.
Right.
They've been really good teams with really high seats, and he hasn't won. That bothers me. He's not Dan Marino with no talent. He's dragging the team with him everywhere. They've had really good teams with a really good market, with really good ownership, and dude's like 1 for 13. I don't think that's good enough if we're going to put him up there with, the all-time greats.
Well,
Who's the only guy that's managed to – there's really, in my mind, one guy who's managed to corral status as an all-time great without winning, and it's Marino. It's hard to do.
it is hard to do.
If you list the all-time great quarterbacks, inevitably you're going to get to the Montanas and the Bradys and the winners, the guys that have won titles.
Aaron Rodgers, though, is 11-9 in the playoffs. And Peyton was 14-13 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I get it.
That's who, right? Is that fair? Is that a good
Yeah,
comparison?
Peyton got 2. One of them.
Yeah, but the second one was a gift.
But still, he did. He doesn't matter.
Dak is
he had
one-
other years where by him alone, he should have.
Yeah.
So it counts.
Dak is just 1 and 2. I'm just projecting, so I'll give you a couple others I was thinking about as
How
well.
we're talking about the importance of this postseason
Making a
on
run.
particular players.
And the quarterbacks, only the quarterbacks, and the pressure that's on the to me, Kyler Murray, no pressure. Freewheeling 10-2. Let's get in there as a number 1 seed. Let's see what happens. If I win a game, that's great. We're in because he's going to skip. Okay, they're 10-2, so it's not locked up yet, but they're trending towards being the number 1 seed. And it might almost be better for Arizona to have that first playoff game so he could go out and play it, win it, and then go to the second one.
Yeah. Listen, I'd never count too much and put it as a hardcore storyline.
No pressure on Kyler Murray. How about
I'd say no because anytime you're
He hadn't
making those
even been
first
to one. It's
right,
the second year.
Correct.
What
Yeah.
about Lamar?
Yeah, for sure. I would say he's high on the
Right?
the pressure list of quarterbacks. Lamar might be number 1.
Really?
Well,
you might be right.
He's an MVP.
What's his playoff
And the
record?
narrative on Lamar is, well, in the playoffs he'll hurt you because he's not a good enough passer.
You know what his record is?
He's probably
You can figure it out.
1 and
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 win, 3 losses.
It was a good one.
What was it?
They beat the Titans, didn't they?
Must have.
Didn't they go on the road and beat the Titans last year in the opening round?
Then they lost to Buffalo.
Buffalo beat Indy. Yeah, and then they beat Baltimore, right? And then they went and lost to Kansas City.
Yeah.
So Lamar's higher than anyone you've mentioned so far to me.
Mhm.
Dak also carries that because he's got all that cash, and the Cowboys have now been established that with Dak they're a contender, right? The years he's played, they're a significant winning team, and the year he didn't, they were terrible. They bottomed out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit of pressure that comes with Dak. He's gonna have to show it in the postseason, but he's still young enough.
No pressure on Mahomes because he has one under his belt and he's young.
Correct. None at all.
But
Yeah.
this is the no pressure down.
Yeah, no.
It had an off year.
Yeah. Now the pressure on Mahomes will be if we go and imagine this. Imagine you fast forward to 2031.
Yeah.
That's what Aaron Rodgers is. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we go to 2031 and Mahomes doesn't have another championship, that doesn't sound possible, does it?
No.
Would it surprise you at all?
And that's what you would say about Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago, and the fact that he
Correct.
hasn't, I think, detracts a bit.
Yes.
Would it surprise you at all to look up and KC's on a heater?
They are right now.
Yeah, that's
5
what
in
I'm
a
saying.
row, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And look up, and in February, there they are.
No. Well, it would surprise me because I said I made the initial reaction way back when. I didn't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I still think they're not. I still think something's not quite
I do
right,
think
but
that Lamar
they are
Jackson
winning.
will win a Super Bowl.
Really?
I do. But it's going to have to be a year where they have a franchise running back.
But I think we
Because they're going to do it running the ball and just intermediate passing. He's not the reason they won't win a Super Bowl. And this year especially, their running game is beat to hell, right?
Yeah.
They've been losing guys since the season started.
But I think that's it. I think those are the guys when you're talking about
Extra pressure?
extra pressure. Those are the guys that it's on. There's no pressure on Mac Jones. Josh Allen's 2-2.
There's maybe expectation more than pressure with Allen. I would say this, that if the 49ers make it into the playoffs, maybe, although Garoppolo seems like his fate's sealed either way.
Yeah, he's done.
It doesn't matter unless they go win the Super Bowl.
He'd have to win the Super Bowl.
They're going to move on.
Yeah, he'd have to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow,
no pressure.
Ben's got a resume done. It's all bonus time.
No one expects anything, right?
Baker Mayfield,
a
it
little
would help
bit.
him. It would help him.
Well, there's a little there.
But his pressure's more a guy I got to get him in.
Yeah, I would say that
Ryan Tannehill's not thought of as a.
Let's go back to Baker. No, I think his pressure is much bigger. Am I the guy here moving forward?
Well, okay.
I mean, I think that's next year becomes prove it or we're moving on year for Baker Mayfield if they either
1-1 in the playoffs.
If they don't make the playoffs or if they, that's another team though that the injuries are, partly to blame.
And to his credit, because and again, I'm not a Browns fan, so Browns fans, to his credit, I look at it like, look, this guy's got 2 playoff games under his belt already. Baker Mayfield with the Cleveland Browns, Pros.
No, I know.
Are horrible.
Well, and it's easy to forget what you were without him. But
That's
once
what
you reach a certain, stature, you start to long for. Maybe the Browns try and get in on the sweepstakes for a Russ or a Deshaun. Deshaun Watson is the interesting power broker. Eventually, that stuff's going to sort itself out.
Is clear cut going to be traded. The other two, not so much.
Right, but the point with Deshaun, it's a big winner for whoever gets Deshaun. Once it's off, forget the morals and where you stand on that. From the football perspective, once he pays his penalty, he's going to be, step in as a top 5 quarterback. That's what he was when he left. I can't see why he wouldn't be.
Right.
And he's going to have extra something to prove. Whoever gets Deshaun Watson is going to be, a big part of the front storylines in the league, I believe.
I just think it's kind of cool to look at that and see the different guys and what some guys aren't even judged to the postseason. I know you don't even have to mention Brady. All Brady does is just add to his goatness. So,
right. I think, but back to your initial point,
right.
That's what the Super Bowl I want with my team's nowhere near contending.
Bucks,
give me
Patriots.
Give me Bucks Patriots just for the drama of it. Hey, I love a good dose of bitterness.
By the way, that was a really good game earlier in the year, remember?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
In New England?
Yeah.
What do you love?
I love
Lamb.
I love a good dose of bitterness served up to someone who you feel betrayed you.
Oh.
I like that, especially if it's symbolic and not profane and overly mean-spirited. Certainly not, torching offices.
Yes.
Is this about Dan's upper decker?
No, this is about the Oklahoma senator who has had an interesting proposal inside the Oklahoma government.
I saw this. This is good.
Okay, an Oklahoma senator has proposed naming 3 inches of highway in honor of Lincoln Riley. Quote, I felt the state of Oklahoma needed an appropriate goodbye to this former head coach whose sudden departure left many in shock, including a team of young, dedicated college players. I found the tiniest section of our most desolate of highways to pay tribute to Coach Riley's exit from Oklahoma football in the state. This is only fitting, as this is the last 3 inches one sees before leaving our great state heading west.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's a little bitterness served up a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The field from the absolute opposite, the feel-good story yesterday was the news from the golf world. Tiger and his son.
That's awesome.
And
no judgment zone, just play. That's awesome.
Correct.
There's
Who cares?
Tiger.
I don't care if you can hit it. Get in
Little
his car.
Charlie in a
We're going
red
to play
shirt.
Charlie's ball again.
Yeah.
And I went back and
Charlie, there's a lot of pressure on you, son.
Well, after watching, because of this story, they were showing a lot of highlights from last year.
Yeah.
And you do forget how mesmerizingly similar the two were.
Oh, God.
How they stand with the same poses, how when they swing on the range, they look like mirror images. It's going to be fun to track that because I imagine little Charlie's a year bigger and older. We're going to start tracking.
He's a little dude.
He hit some really good shots last year, Dan.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
I watched some. Yeah, of course he is. But Tiger's not a little dude. He'll sprout up there.
Poor little Charlie. Come on.
I don't know. I think he's cool with it.
Maybe he's got grandma's jeans.
Yeah, he
He
seems
won't
kind
sprout up.
Tita.
Could be about 5'2".
Seems cool with it to me.
Cash out about 5'3".
All right,
max.
let's do this. Let's
Call Tita.
stop with this silliness. We'll bring in Doc Kevin Murphy when we return.
Okay.
It is a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
I need the number, Danny.
Let's rock them. Let's let them down to Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty, with caller number 1.
1. Fast
641
fingers.
1010. Let's go. Rock it.
Caller number one, Fast Fingers right now, 641-1010, going to get a pair of weekend passes for Welcome to Rockville, May 19th to the 22nd at the Daytona International Speedway. 4 nights headlined by Korn, Kiss, Guns N' Roses, and the Foo Fighters.